My God, I mean, what the hell is going on here? Oh. Yeah. Hi, welcome to the workshop. I'm glad you could join me. It's awesome fun today. Hello everyone, welcome to Luthiers Lair Live, and this time, this episode is coming from my workshop. It really is. Now, first off, I want to ask everyone, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Carly? That was actually me singing. Would you believe it? You can't hear it? The Lair. Yes, it is the Lair, Laurent. Yes, we're here. I hope you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up or a comment if you can hear me. It was a beast. It really was a beast to get this set up. Very hard for me to get this set up, but finally minded to see this live. Thanks, Lammy. One of my oldest friends from Scotland there. Thanks very much. You're a clarty bugger too. Yes. This, actually, if you can all hear me and everything's okay, this episode's going to be really informal, really chatty. We've got a lot to get through, and I'm just going to wing it. You know, I'm just absolutely going to wing it. I'm going to wing it. I really am. So, you know, I'm live from the workshop today. This is going to be fantastic. Thanks, Laurent. Thanks for the confirmation there. Yeah, thanks. Laurent has a Mustang bass, by the way. He does. And it sounds smoother than silk. It really does. Yes. So, thank you again for joining me live, guys. This episode is going to detail something I've never done live before. I've always done it in a pre-recorded type situation, so I'm just going to go through this, and it will be really good fun. It's going to be about, actually, and I have to apologise, I have fans, extraction units in here, stuff like that, normal things that you have in a workshop, because I need to keep wood stock and stuff, not Woodstock 1970s, you know, hippie and stuff. The stock of wood that I have, I need to keep it seasoned. So I have low humidity in the garage, which is my workshop, huge garage. That is just to keep the wood stable. Okay, so you're going to hear a bunch of background noise, probably. I don't know, I mean, this is quite a good microphone. It should be. I paid $110 for it. You know. And yeah, so there'll be background noise, stuff like that. I do have camera angles. I want to show you the bench camera angle that we're going to use today. There it is. And oh, that's a sneak peek of the body. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Forgive me. Anyway, so yeah, let's start off with the precursory stuff, which is you're on my channel right now, and if you're watching for the first time live, and you know you stumbled across my channel on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. And I can't look, my laptop's really far in the distance, so I'd have to be Stretch Armstrong to play my subscribe snippet video. But anyone who uses YouTube knows how to hit that, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, ring the bell so that you get notifications of any content that I might be putting up in the future. Anyway, I want to tell you about the setup I've got in here just quickly. I have a Focusrite Solo, a Scarlett Solo actually in here, which has only got 2 inputs. That's going into a crappy i5 laptop I've got, but I do have a nice 5 gigahertz signal coming in. I think it's okay. It's not looking like I've got any drop frames yet, so it should be okay, barring the Florida weather, of course. Today is very hot. It's 95 Fahrenheit outside, which is around about 36 degrees Celsius. So the AC is on, air conditioning, not alternating current, and all that stuff. Really hot today, so I have to keep the workshop in tip-top atmospheric condition so that everything is okay and is working fine. And it's what's there? Robert saying hello to Laurent. Aren't you friends? You're good friends now, aren't you? It's good. It's great to see all you guys conversing. Oh, by the way, my friend, my dear friend, Scott Whitley, is taking a month off from YouTube, and rightly so. Rightly so. He has mega stuff to concentrate on. I am so looking forward to his slap bass course. It's unbelievable. I mean, really, this guy. You see the structured work he's put into this? I'm there. You can never have too much knowledge, you know. The key to being a good player, anyway, is to be humble and take on knowledge and ask the advice of others. That's the way it goes, I think. So my blessings to Scott Whitley and Janet Whitley. all the best. I mean, really, living the dream or what? You'll do it. You will do it. Anyway, by the by. So, all that being said, that's the introduction part over. Okay. Right. I'm going to get on to something that I would like to discuss here, and this might go over an hour. I don't know. I do have allocated an hour for this stream. It could be more than that. One day, right? One day I found a body. I found a body. And it was the body of a Fender jazz bass. And it had the same shape and everything. I was like, okay, what is this? What is this? And I said, okay, I'll pick that up. It was just there. It was in a skip or a garbage can or whatever anyone says across the world. It was rubbish. Somebody had discarded it. And I was like, what a shame, because it looked like the right shape, you know. So I took it out of there in the middle of the night. And and I took it home, and what I did was I got a Stanley blade, or a razor blade, Stanley blade, and scraped off all the finish, because the finish was rubbish, you know, it was all falling apart, just to see what the wood was inside. Now I'm going to turn the mic here, it might cause a little bit of noise, but I'm going to go up to my my bench cam here. Let's go up to the bench cam. There you go. And this is it. So, what is this wood? Well, you know, I kind of studied it and looked at the grain. My favourite place to go for discovering what wood is the wood database, believe it or not, wood-database.com, and you can find out what everything is. This turned out to be, I thought initially when I'd taken all this off, all the finish off, that it was London platane, and it was not London platane, it was American platane or sycamore. Yes, it was sycamore. So this is a piece of sycamore, and it's extremely light. It's very light. And so how did I do this? I took a Stanley blade and scraped off as much finish as I could. Then I got this bugger here, you know, this little bugger, and I sanded it down using multiple grits starting at 80 to 220 grit. I'm going to switch on the sander right now, so please, anyone with earphones or headphones in, beware. Loud enough for you? Yeah, so once that happened, I kind of looked at the in here you can't really sand that down in here. I'll show you why. Is that a good shot? Yeah, look at that. Look at the pores and stuff in that. Yeah, don't clap it, it's awful. So it's sycamore, and I'd never heard of sycamore being used for a musical instrument before. Not a body anyway, and certainly not a neck. It's not dense. It's kind of light. You kind of could make a body out of it. So when I stripped up back all the finish I was very surprised to see this, and it's definitely American platane, which is sycamore. And like I said, when you see inside the pockets, the routing pockets for the pickups, and I'll turn that around, let you see the neck. That's awful. I mean, it's freaking awful, you know. So I was like, okay, I've got this down to 220. What can I do about this now? Here's a good product for all you luthiers out there. It's the product I usually use to harden wood. It's a wood hardener. What I do with that is I would open this up and splash that on there, you know, and people in the UK would recognise that. I could go splash it all over, splash it there. Yeah, it's not Brute or Old Spice or anything like that. It really hardens up the wood. Now, after you do that, you can fill these pores with regular grain filler. I think I have something. Hold on a minute. This is the grain filler I usually use. Right there. Fill it in a bag. In a bag. Yes. That's the stuff I usually use. And you mix that just with water. And you'll press that into the wood and you'll let it dry 2 days. It says quick drying on it. Yeah, well, yeah, don't believe that. Leave it 2 days, let that seep in, and do the whole surface as well. Then you sand it down again. You'll do this. That's how I shave. So yeah, I mean, that was a great find, actually, I thought, because it was, there's one thing I want to show you. This body was smaller than the template I have for a jazz bass, the template I made, and I'm going to go into my P-bass build, probably at the end of this podcast, but it's awesome. I'm going to show you the P-bass template, jazz bass template. This is my 1968 Fender jazz bass template, and I'm going to show you how it fits on to this abomination that somebody thought they'd make. Now, this part is for guidance. You will usually bandsaw that part out, but when I put that on top of there, nothing really lines up. Look at that. There's a huge difference. I can put it right there and press this back to see if it fits the contour, and then go to the pickups and it's it's all off and stuff. It's very slight, you can snug it in, but there's a huge underhang on this template here. Right there. Huge underhang. So what am I to do? Well, I'll let you know in a minute. I'll just put this away. So that's not me falling down, by the way. Yeah, so that's what happened with that. It's a very odd set of circumstances that I took a shine to something like that. I guess it's a challenge, you know. It's a challenge. So I'm going to look at some comments here. Hi David, how you doing, man? You okay? Good to see you all the way back in Scotialand, you know, Scotland. Yeah, Caledonia, I should say. Actually, when I fly in back to the old country and I land, I go, there's Caledonia, my old home. I do, and then when I get off at Edinburgh Airport, I go, what the am I doing back here? You know. So anyway, yeah, Laurent says, he does it all night, he recently turned into a vampire. What, who are you talking about, man? And, oh, okay, Oh, you're taking the piss now, are you? Okay. That's fine. I'm game. You know, I've nothing else to do. I hope I'm coming through now, loud and clear now, guys. This is a very experimental. I didn't really have a chance to test this stream. So, back to this. We've got the body, right? We've got this body here. And what we're going to do with it? Well, I'll tell you what. If you are a luthier, it's fine because you tend to have spare parts and stuff lying around the workshop and you can make up a kit. If you're not, then you could go into the original bin or scowl or skip that you found the stuff in, and then you can go from there and find out what fits together and what doesn't fit together. Now, luckily enough, I'm going to get rid of this marsupial pouch here. I found, now I don't know if you noticed, most of my videos, when I'm introducing them, the pre-recorded ones anyway, I stand in front of this here, and it has all a bunch of sponsor stickers on it and stuff, you know. But therein lies a lot of necks that I have I don't have use for other than templating or, you know, setting up bases, making sure things size up, heel sizes are correct, pocket routes are correct, stuff like that. But yes, I found this. Yes, this is an old jazz bass neck that I made with it's called a skunk strip. It's to hold the truss rod in. I made this in 2014. Oversized headstock, so I wouldn't get sued by Fender. And yeah, so I'd made this, and I had steamed the fretboard off it. As you can see there, the fretboard has been taken off this. The way I did that was, it's very simple. If you're a decent luthier, you'll use something called fish glue, or you'll use tight bond, which are very popular wood glues. And what happens there is you'll get a great bond, and you can adjust the truss rod, and the fretboard won't pop off, stuff like that, you know? But you can steam it off or hot iron it off, and what you do is you put a piece of like a metal strip on the fingerboard with the frets in it, and you'll put like just a clothes iron or a steam iron, tiny bit of steam, and just let it sit on certain pieces, and then get one of those what do you call them, scrapers. Hold on, wait a minute, I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, you'll get one of these, and you'll just gently lift the neck, the fingerboard and the neck, and the fretboard will pop off if it's been properly made. If somebody put it on there with araldite or you know, some sort of epoxy resin, then you should throw it in the bin. You should throw it in the trash. Yeah, see? So I found that. Actually, I didn't find it. I just kept it there. It was always there, just hanging there. Look back at my videos, you'll see it just hanging there. So I'm going to put that there right now. Then, and I think Laurent might be interested in this. Hold on, guys. Hi, Mark. How you doing, man? Good to see one of my bestest friends there as well, along with Mr. Lamb and Mr. Laurent. Thank you guys for joining me. Yeah. What's this? And why is there holes all over it? And when I turn it round, why is there trenches in the back of it? Oh no! Well, this was a very early prototype for a base that I was building for Lair Quintana in France, called Linda. Linda. Yes. I didn't like it. I didn't like the neck. So I completely dismantled it after building it. Sometimes you do that. Look, you want to achieve the highest quality that you can when you're building for a customer. If you don't like it, scrap it. Get it out of the way. Get rid of it. Okay? So the fingerboard on it was awesome though, because I had dot markers, as you can see there. I think you can see, maybe. Dot markers on the upper side and the lower side. So you could turn it upside down, play left-handed if you wanted. You know. Don't laugh. It was just an idea, and I thought it was pretty cool to do that. And there's nothing wrong with the fingerboard. It's perfectly straight. It's radiused correctly. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to keep it. So I peeled that off another neck, gave Laurent a Falcon Series 2 neck on his Linda base, and I kept this because I thought, well, what's going to happen here? I'm going to show you. Okay, let's get back to the bench. And there's the bench there. Really? Is that the bench? I'm going to take the body out of the way here, because that's really sickening. I'm going to take this here, put this here. Right, so what's going to happen? Now, the body that I have is set up in such a way that it will only accept a 20 fret 34-inch scale neck. And if you've been watching my videos, you will know what that's all about. If you haven't, go watch some videos on my channel. Yes. What happens here, this will go on here. It is his jazz bass profile. It will fit right there. There is an overhang at the bottom, down the bottom here, but that's cool. It fits perfectly. So guess what's going in this neck? Yes, LEDs. Yeah, there's LEDs going in this neck. Now, that's great. How do I get this glue off? Well, I can plane it off, but it'd have to be very fine because this is a very true surface, apart from the glue, of course. So I will use a delicate chemical that I know that can remove. This is fish glue that's on here. So there's a very delicate chemical I can use to remove fish glue without spoiling the trueness of the surface. But I will still, after it's removed, I will still check the trueness of the surface. And then what's going to happen after that? Well, I'm going to have to dodge out of here for a bit. Hold on. I'll be back in a minute. Then this bugger goes in there. It's a truss rod, right? Truss rod. I'll thread through there and go in here. And I'm like, oh no, it won't fit at the heel. Let me show you that. Well, unless I knock all my streaming equipment down, you know. So yeah, the patch there, but I do have a fantastic wood filler that dries to the same density of maple, which this is maple, and I can fill that, and the truss rod will just be the same, and the fingerboard will go on top. Sorry about that, guys, sorry. And will look like that. And I'm going to put green LEDs in this. green. Yeah, so pretty cool, right? Now we're halfway there to making a bass. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, whoa. I promised I wouldn't sing, but there you go. What do you do? Okay, guys. Let's have a look at some comments. North and south. Wow. It's important. Maybe you need so nothing's about me. Speaking of which, something really weird happened the other week. Yes, it did. It was really weird. Does anyone out there believe in aliens? My friend Angus Torag knows there are aliens. And thus I present another Tales of the Really Weird.
It was another peaceful night in Toragsville, where the only sound was of Angus Torag's bass guitar as he had sat in his workshop enjoying some cake. Suddenly, the peace was shattered by a loud screeching noise. Angus jumped to his feet, his heart racing, as he saw a bright light shining down on him from above and outside. He was frozen in place, paralysed by fear, as he watched the aliens descend from their spaceship. They came ominously towards him, with a blank but menacing look in their faces. Angus tried to scream, but no sound would come out. Good. He was helpless as they abducted him, floating him up into their spaceship. Inside, Angus and his bass were subjected to a series of tests and probes. They poked and prodded him, all the while making strange noises. They were also fascinated by Angus's cake obsession. They took him to their kitchen, where they force-fed him cake until he was sick. Angus was a prisoner of the aliens for weeks. Finally, in an act of sheer desperation, Angus left his bass behind and managed to escape. But even now, he can't forget the terror of those long nights in captivity, and sadly, he will never see that bass again.
What a dick Angus is, eh? I mean, I could have told him. He just doesn't listen to me. He doesn't listen to anyone else except for his crap bass playing, you know. God, I hate that guy. No, I love him. He's brilliant. Okay. Alright, let's get back to business, shall we? Yeah. Here's what I managed to scavenge from the spare parts that I just have lying about the workshop. If you are an aficionado of bass guitar or any guitars at all, you'll be collecting stuff, and you know you will. You know. So, here's what I've got. And I'm going to probably turn round to the bench. I'll get rid of this neck here. away. And we'll go to the bench shot here. And I'll turn the mic round so you can hear me if you want. And I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Oh yes, I have, mate. Oh, it's a showroom, it's a lovely dance. Sorry. Right, so what's this? Okay, first off, I made this actually. I actually made this. Yeah, I do have a template for that. I mean, it's a pick guard for a jazz bass. And let me dig in the cupboards here. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere. There we go. Right. No, that's a P bass. Oh dear. Should have prepared this earlier, right? You know. There you go. That's the template I made it out of. And you can see it fits nice. So that's a nice routing template. I made this different holes in there just to make sure. It was kind of vintage. So I ignored that hole and that hole and did the rest. So that's fantastic. That's the pick guard. Okay. What else did I find? Well, I usually keep a lot of vintage tuners on supply. And these are nice Fender vintage tuners that I scavenged from a dump. And they're actually in not bad shape. They're a bit tarnished, but you know, nothing that an ultrasonic bath with the right chemicals in it will clean up. They are chrome, so, and they work really well. You know, so that's something that I'm going to be using for this build. What are these? Oh, what are these? Watch this. Right. Ready? Oh, it's magic. It's magic. Oh, it didn't work that time. Oh, there you go. These are pickups. Okay. Now, as any Fender aficionado would know, the pickups are different sizes. Why is that? Well, because at the neck of a Fender bass, let me bring the body back in and I'll show you this. Actually, I should actually construct this on the fly. What do you think about that? Yeah, let's actually build this up. It'll be awesome. Okay, I'm going to put the pickups there. I'm going to get the body back in. And we will show you stuff. Okay, so what do we have? We've got a pickup here. We have a pickup there. So what? Well, that one doesn't go in there, does it? No. They've actually done the routing quite correctly in this. This is the bridge pickup. And it is overwound. Overwound. You know? It's overwound and it fits in there. And I'll show you in a minute. I'm just going to have a look at the chat for a little while. And we'll get back to actually making this look like a bass right now. Shall we? Yeah, so what do you think so far, guys? Is it coming through okay? Everything the stream? I keep looking at the wrong frickin' camera, of course. Where the hell do you find a dump with tuners in it? Oh man, you would not believe South Florida, David, man. You would not believe this place. You can find anything anywhere in this country. You just got to travel. You know. Robert Lamb says, why was Gary being chased by an alien version of himself? Well, thank you very much, cock-a-doodle-doo. You utter bastard. Right? Oh, grey baldy man. Yes, grey baldy man. Yeah. Anyway, you want to get back to the build, or will we concentrate on more comments here? I'm all about the bass. Yeah, I agree. Man, Mark, I agree. Yes, let's get back to this bass guitar here. Let's see what we can do with it. Right, so I've got the pickups here, right? Oh, wait till you see this. Right. So, this is Sycamore. I'm going to have to treat this heavily. Really have to treat this heavily. I'm going to take this pickup away, put this one in, because it has the routes for the holes to go through the control cavities. You see that coming through there? That'll plop in there. That looks pretty good, right? This one. Now there's more space there, and I'll show you why in a minute. A minute. So I'm going to push that through. That'll go into the control cavity also. It'll sit there. That's the neck pickup. So that's kind of in place. This neck route is neck pickup route is awful, by the way. It's absolutely terrible. I'm going to have to clean that up for a start. So yeah, so they kind of fit like that, you know. I'll just push this down. Now, I happen to have in my garbage stock a fully harnessed J-bass. The proper capacitor in there, the real potentiometers. I'm sorry, I'm showing this the wrong way. J-bass panel. Okay, so that goes kinda like that, you know. After you connect all the wires up, it'll go in there. How's that looking so far? Looks pretty sexy, right? Yeah. Can you tell what it is yet? Nice one, David. No, let's not talk about that foul fucking pervert anyway, so alright. So there we go. What's it gonna be? This is like a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? It's really quite freaky. Freaky? No, it doesn't matter. Right. Then we have this thing. It goes there. And look how that fits. I mean, would you believe it? And these things get assembled together like this. Now, here's a big surprise coming up. Yes! I have one of these numbers. Yeah, one of these numbers. It's awesome. So I might replace it with that and it'll look even cooler. You know. What do you think? Guys, comment please. Because if you think that's better than that, let me know and I will build it. If I build it, they will puke. What do you think? Any comments? No? Looking good. David says, I'm just thinking the Blue Peter has gone downhill. Yes, indeed. Yeah, ever since Mike Oldfield did not write the theme tune. Right. And then what else are we going to do? What we're going to do for the bridge where the strings attach to the bottom of the bass? Well, I have 4 1974 Musicman vintage bridges on this. That's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do that. Let's open this up, guys. And can you see there's I don't know if you see that, there's 5 holes here from the original drilling that I'm going to fill from the original bridge that was on it. And Fender used to put a right angled bracket with holes in it, and stuff that would hold the strings up on it. I'm going to put that on it. Now we're getting into Leo Fender hybrid territory here, you know. It's got like a Leo Fender hybrid thing, because this is, I mean, the regular Musicman bridge is like half that. But this is the vintage one, and it was very big, and it comes very near to the bridge pickup. And what you get is a great break angle over this pickup, so you get really bright high tones from this volume control and this tone control, and then we'll go to here and switch up to the neck pickup. You're going to get full, rich, vibrant sounding standing wave. I could go into the physics, but it's not a physics class right now. I might do one. That will give you a full, rich tone over the whole spectrum of the bass. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. And you know what? This might not be such a bad wood after all. I mean, the vintage tuning heads, like I showed you right there, are actually very light. They're quite light. The modern ones are much more heavy and sturdy, you know. But these are good, and I think this is going to be a great build. I think it'll be an absolutely fantastic build, and it's just through being a bum. Sorry about that. Yes, it's through being a bum and scavenging for parts and needs as must and all that stuff. Actually not. I mean, I actually got I'm going to switch to the main view here, if I can. Yeah, I did. Sorry. And the other day I was partnered with both Seymour Duncan and Solo Guitars in Canada, who are fantastic with templates, and they are building me a template that will be to the exact specifications of a 1951 Fender Precision bass. So that's the challenge I was talking about last week, was the Fender Precision, and I do have some parts in for that. Can I show you that? Don't know. Let me go and show you this. I'll be right back, okay? So here's the kit box I have for the 1951 Fender P-Bass Challenge. Ignore them, they're active P-Bass pickups. I'm not putting active in it. Look at this. Look how beautiful it is! It's beautiful! I haven't even taken it out yet, it's so gorgeous. But you will see it. I'll be video documenting this build. Absolutely. Now, look, this took me forever to get. Genuine Fender ashtray bridge cover. Yes! Man, awesome, right? Unbelievable. Vintage tuners. What else have I got? I got the fret wire, and I have the oh yeah, I have the control panel I made up. Volume and tone. That's all there is on a P-Bass. Yep. And one more thing I want to show you. Hold on. Now I have to rake through my drawers. I made this during the week. Goes, yeah, that way. Isn't that nice? the real pickguard for a 1951 Fender P-Bass. I put this on, I bought some 3-ply plastic pickguard material, and I put this on the routing table to get the beveled edge on there, and it's, oh man, I'm so happy with it. So happy with it. So I hope you can see that, you can build something all you like. I mean, I was going to show some tools, but I thought I was enough today with that. But yeah, I mean, you can basically do whatever you like. If you have the right templates, if you have the right tools, stuff like that. You can do it with hand tools and stuff, but here's another little thing I want to show you. This is a routing template for a modern P-bass neck and for a guitar as well. It's for a Stratocaster actually. But you can make your own. You can actually make your own. I make most of my own templates, but I did want to get this 1951 P-bass build that I'm doing to absolute precise specifications of the original. If you've ever seen Sting live, well, God bless you. But he plays an original P-bass with the one pickup near the neck and stuff. He plays it, and power to him, man. He does a really great job on it. He really does. He really does. Fantastic. He was actually here in Fort Lauderdale last week, and I was particularly sad because next week Depeche Mode were meant to be playing at the Hard Rock Casino, which is like 20 miles away from me, and Andy Fletcher passed away. So yeah, he passed away, and that's a terrible thing. So there's nobody that could have thought of those tunes in the heyday of electronica back in the late 70s, early 80s, and hats off to him. He was only 60 years old as well, so rest in peace, Andy Fletcher. That's all I can say. Anyway, what time is it? Oh, there's 9 minutes left. Brilliant. Let's try plug in a Scarab Series 1, shall we? What are you laughing at? Alright. I do have headphones to monitor this, but I can't be bothered. Let's have a look at the chat. It's a bit Cowboys-esque. Go for it. It makes you happy. Yeah. Thanks, David. Good call with the musician bridge. Yeah, the musicman bridge. Sorry. What am I doing? My God. Yeah, I thought it was a good call. It's a longer extended vintage one, but the more modern ones, I have a musicman Stingray HH that I bought in 2008, and it's a stubbier bridge, and it's got more mass to it. But this one has a lot of mass, and it will offset the balance between the tuners on the neck and the body itself, which is quite light because it's sycamore, so it's pretty light. Laurent says, are you going to make the P-bass blonde? Remember the first pages of Geddy Lee's book? Yes! Absolutely, Laurent. That's totally my goal, is to make it look blonde, authentic, everything precisely like it was in 1951. That's what I'm aiming for, and I hope I do it. I will do it. Yes, no, I won't. And I won't relic it either. No, I'm not going to relic it. For sure, I'm not. Robert Lamb says it's amazing what you can find and build. Well, man, it just takes a love of your craft. It takes a bit of dedication, a lot of time, and a lot of juggling around with schedule. But you can do it. I mean, set your mind to anything, you could do it. Guaranteed. You can do it. Guaranteed. No, I won't do that. I don't even have my headphones on yet, so I don't know what the hell I'm playing. Hold on. Let me see. God. I'm wrecking everything in this workshop. Hold on. Right. See, this bass is a Scarab Series 1, and I intended it to sound like a Stingray somewhat. So it has the Seymour Duncan double humbuckers on there in the shape of a Musicman Stingray, and they have a huge dynamic response, so you get you do get all that with it. So the point of showing this bass is that I picked up some oak, some walnut, and some poplar in this bass, and this is my Scarab Series 1. It happens to sound as good as any others I've ever built. So it's just has the same purity as like a Stingray, but it's got something else to it, and I put a special circuit in this bass that will make it better than a Stingray. Harmonics on it are very easy to play as well. I mean, I have this set very low, and the harmonics still stand out, you know. There. And that's just on regular settings, so I think it's very important to make sure that everything's that way. This particular bass has a P bass neck profile with a C curve in the back of it. So and that's just up to preferentials. A lot of people like playing jazz bass profile necks because they're very thin, and you know, I have very small hands for the size of my feet anyway. So yeah, I don't sweat a P bass profile. I really don't. Depends what you're playing. So, you know, it's the way I go about it. Picking up junk, bringing it into the house, the wife clubbing me over the head because of it, and stuff like that. Hey, I hope to do a lot more. I really did hope to do a lot more today on the live stream. There's so much more I want to show you around the workshop, how to do things, how to, you know, cut corners and still be awesome, and still be good, and still give value. And what I'm going to do now is we'll have a look at the little chatty watties, and we'll call it a day, I think. What are we saying here? Look, I have to have Stretch Armstrong arms to get across to my laptop. What the hell? Yeah. Relic, yeah. Mark, when people say relic, they know what you're saying. When you type it, it looks like relice, you know. So it looks like, actually, people don't have problems with me saying that because I don't have any hair, so it's cool. I was relicing my bass today. It looks really weird. Laurent says Bessie bass has a wide neck. Yes, it does. Only takes a few minutes to get used to it. Yes, thank you, Laurent. Yes, the Bessie bass that I built for Laurent Quintana in France had a P-bass profile. I made it especially from a P-bass template. It does have a wide neck. It doesn't have a jazz bass neck. That's correct. That's because it was I actually remade that bass. I'd first made the body and the neck in 2010, and I refurbished it and then reliced it slightly for Laurent. Why are bass guitars longer? Yeah, because they are. No, you've got string thickness to think about. String thickness and gauge of the strings. You can have short basses as well, though. I mean, it's not a problem. The main reason bass guitars are longer, Mark, is because when they were first invented, most people were playing upright bass, you know. And you had scale lengths of 48 to 60 inches. Now, a scale length, this bass is a 34-inch scale length. That means it's 34 inches from here to here. Okay. Most musicians back in the 30s and 40s, as the modern era of music was starting to gear up, played upright basses, which was, like I said, were the shortest scale was 48 inches and the longest scale was 60 inches. You can play that standing up, no problem. You try and put that bastard on you, you're going to break your back. So Leo Fender came up with a great solution. Maybe people at Gibson did at the same time, but Leo was always credited for making the bass guitar 34-inch scale by standard. And of course, the notes change as the strings get shorter, so the fret distances change also, you know. So all these distances change. If you watch there's a video I made about the man, I'm running pretty long here, eh? But Mark, you got me into something here. Yeah, I made a video on the mini P bass, which is a 28.6 inch scale, which is much shorter than a scale. You can make any scale of instrument you like. You just got to make sure, if it's a fretted instrument, you got to make sure the frets are the correct distance, and there's a mathematical formula for that. But Fender, Clarence Leonidas Fender, settled on a 34 inch scale for his basses, and that's how it came about. Yeah. Okay. David, we just don't talk about what are you talking about? I mean, I'm missing a lot of stuff. I'm gonna have to recap the chat after this because I'm missing out here. You guys are having fun and I've got a sore back. Anyway, yeah, long scale live stream. Thanks very much, David. Thank you. Guys, it's been an absolute blast. I think we should do this. If the quality is okay from the workshop, I think we should do it from the workshop all the time. I don't have a desk to put the bass through or anything when I play. It's very dry and it's maybe dull. This bass definitely needs new strings on it. It's been sitting there with the same strings on it for 8 months now, so I need to do something about that. But yeah. Guys, thank you very much for joining me today. It was an absolute blast. I mean, it really was. And I need to show you more about this stuff. I mean, I'm just scraping the surface like I did with that stupid jazz bass there. You know what I mean? Yeah, look at it. So, well, actually, it looks quite nice now, doesn't it? Yeah. So, people, thank you very much again for joining this live stream. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. I wouldn't be doing it. I'd be playing to the wall, right? So, thanks again. And as always, stay safe. Be good. And I'll catch you next time. Take care, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye-bye.